Hey! First of all, the obvious stuff. In order to travel internationally, you need to have a valid passport. Keeping in mind the pandemic situation, you need to have vaccinations and so on. Alright guys, did you really think that I, being a god, would give you knowledge that even a 14-year-old kid gave you? No, my disciples, it is not the same generic things on which you'll get thousands of videos and articles on the internet. I've seen lengthy 15-minute videos on topics like develop a traveler's mindset, and then they give you just 3 tips like number 1, make a passport, number 2, be adventurous, and number 3, leave your regular job or business and get paid to travel. Alright. Gee. Thanks! I had no idea that if I have a passport, which is just a part of my national identity, can never motivate me to travel if I don't have that mindset. Also, if I find my adventures while I'm eating or drinking or chilling in my room, then why should I go out and do a bungee jumping or surfing? The third tip is a real crap. If you're working 9 to 5 in an office, and you think that quitting your job will give you instant money to let you see the whole world, you're probably being scammed, my friend. Trust me, no brand will make you Columbus and ask you to search for new continents for them. So, I'm not gonna waste time talking about stuff like that. I'm gonna assume that you've already subscribed to my channel and you probably know that in order to cross international borders, you need a valid passport. Also, you need to show your COVID-19 vaccines and have a negative RT-PCR report. In case you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red button so that your brain gets filled with enough godly knowledge, which will make you immune to shitty, time-wasting videos on the internet. This video isn't about non-specific advice which anyone can come up with. This is gonna be about specific tips, which you can start doing right now and which you may have not thought of before. Most of you mortals, working from your home, are already demotivated enough regarding travels due to this ongoing pandemic. So, the tips I'll share in this video will definitely give you a rebirth to the hidden traveler inside you. Number 1. Sunrise and sunsets look different in different parts of the world. I and my assistant always look for spots to get a perfect view of the rising or the setting sun, wherever we visit. So, what I recommend you is to watch either the sunrise or the sunset at your own place. Although this tip seems insignificant, but still I'll recommend it to you because in search for the best spot, you may explore and discover a hidden lake or a forest or an old abandoned terrace of a house. The possibilities are endless. Also, you may become the discoverer of a beautiful place in your locality or city. Number 2. Take walking tours. This doesn't mean that you have to walk through crowded bazaars or carnivals. By this, I mean that you can take a walk in your own garden or terrace or backyard. Walking connects you to the nature on a whole new level. If you're a plant lover, you can see the various flowers that bloom in your own neighborhood. Animal lovers can feed and pet a few furry friends while they are walking outside. So, forget about the GPS and go where the road leads you. Taking a photo challenge. This is a fun challenge. Take up your camera and head to the most photographed spot of your city or locality. Then see how people have photographed it earlier on the internet. After that, challenge yourself to photograph it in a new way. Change the angles, the lights, or the orientation to bring a brand new version of the most iconic spot of your city. Okay, to be honest, tip number 4 needs some cooking skills. So, if you're watching this channel from a long time, you may have already noticed that I bring up the cuisine or the best dishes you can have in a particular city. Therefore, I advise you to watch the episodes on this channel if you're new here, and then make up a list of the most delicious foods you wanna eat when you visit that place. I know this is going to be difficult, but try cooking the dishes you decided to eat. Start with the ones which are easy and you can get the ingredients at your place. If you've already visited any of the place outside of your region or country, recreate the most loved food you have eaten there in your own kitchen. Don't forget to tell me in the comments below What are you gonna make today? Okay, I'll repeat this many times in future as well. This is a true traveler's habit, I must say. English being the #1 global language is understood in almost all countries all over the world. However, suppose you visit a non-English speaking country and speak to any local in English. He'll either understand you or he won't. Even if he understands you, he will think you to be just another tourist. But in most cases, if you can speak a few basic phrases of that country's own language, the locals will appreciate your effort to learn a few of the basic phrases of their native language. But if you really have time and a passion to learn a new language, I would personally encourage you to do so. Not only you'll get an intense desire to visit the country where it is spoken by the maximum population, but it may also open up various new career opportunities for you. Tip number 6 is pretty self-explanatory. Keeping a brief information about the number of countries you can visit without a visa can help you fix a budget when you're making a travel plan. One thing you can check is the official tourism websites of various countries or provinces which are in your bucket list. Getting updated about the various travel news around the world keeps the traveling spirit inside you alive. Also, if you're really confused regarding the cities or places you want to visit once the travel restrictions gets lifted, you can watch the episodes of Leave the Geography Life. We provide enough information for you to judge whether you want to go to that place or not. Also, if you gain some knowledge from this channel, you can test it by participating in midweek geography quiz. Just follow me on Instagram by going to the link in the bio and you'll get all the details on my profile. Tip number 7 seems complicated, so allow me to explain it. Networking is the action or the process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional or social contacts. Now, the question arises, how do I network or build a network? Disclaimer, if you're an introvert and you think that this tip isn't for you, let me warn you that networking has nothing to do with introvertism. So, I'm not gonna dive deep into the details of how to form a network in this video. In this video, I'll tell you a simple formula about how to become a part of an existing network and surround yourself with people who has the same mindset and approach in life. One of the best way to do this is by using social media, especially Instagram and Reddit. I know this is a bit problematic for girls since the simps, incels and creeps are swarming the internet these days. I'll bring out a video in future about how to keep away from these and continue to have a good time on the internet. But coming back to the topic, one of the best networks I know is joining a travel community if you're a traveler, joining a NGO if you want to do some charitable social work, joining a sports association if you're an athlete, joining a network marketing community if you want to do business and earn money. These were some of the general examples of networks in real life. One of the networks I know personally is the DMDYOTH offer. It is a network launched in 2013. The best thing about this network is that it is based on the principles of collective originality. It is also managed by my mortal assistant. Joining this network gives you benefits like you get a group of like-minded friends with whom you can fulfill your travel goals. The first thing you can do to join this network is follow my assistant on Instagram by going to the link given in the description below and DM him about your wish to join the network of DMDYOTH offer. Alright my disciples, now that you've heard my godly gospel, it's time that you act on it. But I know that most of you have already forgot what was the first tip. So, here is a quick recap of the points. Pause the video here and take a screenshot so that you do not forget what I advised you. Number 1. Watch the sunrise or the sunset. Number 2. Take a walking tour. Number 3. Take a photo challenge. Number 4. Watch and make new recipes. Number 5. Learn a specific new language. Number 6. Stay connected with news and information on travels. Number 7. Get into networking. Alright my disciples, it's time for the goodbye. Stay tuned. The delightful Doha episode coming up soon.